Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Afternoon Market Action. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Glad to be here. Man, what a day. The market is rocking and rolling. Is the Santa rally here? If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative in the chat to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. VV Nation from sunny Arizona. Man, it's cold here. It was 45 degrees. I'm cold. Got my little sweater on today. I didn't want to put on my VectorVest shirt. Joey let me wear my sweater today. It's cold outside. Honey, it's cold outside. We're going to listen to VectorVest. Baby, it's cold outside. You know why? Because they're the best. It's cold outside. We're going to make some money today. That's right. That's what I say. That's my Christmas song for you today. If you like to type a one, you know me, I like to always have fun in this room as we talk about the serious business of making money in the stock market. And markets are nicely up today. Everything is up 1.5% or more. Is this Santa rally here? Look, I got a couple of ones, Joey. Look at that. Eton is here from Israel. Love that we have the reach around the globe when we do our live stream. So again, we got a lot to talk about today. I got some stocks on my mind. We're going to take a look at some of your stocks today as well. Let's see. Charles says, I think this is the Santa rally we've been desperately waiting for. Apple, Meta, money. Listen, you know something? I'm a fan of Apple. I'm just not sure that right now is the time to be in Apple. You know what I'm actually doing? Believe it or not, I've submitted an article on Apple. I actually wrote an article on Apple, and I think that VectorVest at some point in time will actually publish my article. I will have an article actually published and put out in the real world on Apple at some point in time. So I want you guys to support that when it happens. All right. Ravi says, namaste, Glenn, sir, from Florida. Merry Christmas, everyone. Martin says, absolutely. Michigan basketball in Charlotte tonight. You know something? I am a Michigan fan for college football, but I am a Duke fan for college basketball. All right. So I put that out there as well. All right. Let's go see. We got about 160 people in here. You know what I want? I want us to get to about 300 people. The only way that's going to happen is if you guys share this live stream right now. Take a moment, share the live stream. Let's see if we can get 300 people in the room. I'd like to see us make that happen. All right. So with all of that being said, let's talk about what's going to go blue. There you go. Lynette says go blue. Is Shallon still in the background, Joey? If she is, tell her I said go blue. Joey's wife is a Michigan fan too. Yeah, go blue. All right, let's talk about what's going on in the market. As you can see, 3 yellow lights across on our color guard. And look, all of the major indices are up nicely today. So is this the beginning of the Santa rally? Well, you know, I've put it out there. When does the Santa rally officially start? Anybody type in the date? When does the Santa rally officially start? Merry Christmas to you, Nisha. Somebody type in the date. Today is not the day, but when is the actual day? There you go. Venomous 662 is the 23rd. Ravi says the same thing. It's not today. It's not today. It is officially on the 23rd when the Santa rally is officially in play. You guys listen. I love that. I love that. You guys listen, because when Joey talks, nobody listens. But when Glenn talks, at least you listen. At least you listen. Now, nobody listens to you, Joey. Especially not me. Especially not me. But,
yeah, right.
Yeah, especially not me. But big update in the market. A lot of anticipation going into the holiday season. And a lot of people were looking for this to happen in anticipation of trying to make some money in the market. So with that being said, let's see if we can make some money for you in the market today. I'm going to go to my graph that shows the market timing graph. This is it. This is what we're looking at. This is the intraday move on the VectorVest composite. We gapped up this morning. As you can see, there's my gap up line. We never came anywhere close to filling the gap today. So the market is not only up today, up bigly, but it's up on strength. Right now, intraday, we're hitting intraday highs on the VectorVest Composite. For those of you who are not subscribers to the VectorVest system, the VectorVest Composite tracks the move of over 9,000 stocks. All right, so we feel it is a better representation of the broad market move. But even live as we're speaking, we are hitting new highs for the day. How many of you are long in the market? All right. Charles says this must mean that this is the pre-Santa rally. Ooh, that's a good way of looking at it. The pre-Santa rally. If you want to look, this is the Santa rally eve. This is the eve of the Santa rally. Eve of the Santa rally. Joanne is bullish in GOTU. GOTU has been on a tear lately, Joanne. That's a good pick. Now, let me tell you something. With everything that's going on in the market, I still am holding 2 contra ETFs. I'm still hedging my portfolio, but my long positions are doing well, but I am still holding on. But I've got stops on those contras that if the market keeps going up the way that it is, that I have stops in place to get them out and wait for better buying opportunities if the market continues to move up. mRNA is good on the front outside of COVID. Ravi, on the front of the cancer treatment that they were in, the news came out on them recently. mRNA has been on a rise as well. But that's more so on cancer news than on COVID news. And right now, a lot of people are calling what we're going through a tridemic. All right, we've got COVID, we've got the flu, and we've got, what's the other, RSV that's affecting the little babies. All right, so we're saying that currently in the cold season that we're going through right now, that we've got a tridemic going on, and they are picking up a lot more cases of flu this year as well as COVID. And so what are your contras? The 2 contras I'm in Hibbs, and I'm in something else. I got to check that out. I'm in another something. I've got to get back to you on you, but I'm on here. Hold on. Let me check my phone. I'll tell you my other one. Let me open up. Go to Schwab. So I'm in Hibbs. Summary. Open. Dang it. It's making me put in my password. That sucks. Everybody, you want to know my password to my Schwab account? No, you're not getting it, you nosy folks. All right, so click on not now. There it is. I'm in Hibbs and I'm in UVXY. UVXY, I'm only down like $100, so I'm okay on it. I've got 260 shares of UVXY and I've got 285 shares of Hibbs. Both of them are in range for me. I'm okay. I've got stops on them. 10%. Neither one of us close to 10%, but Hibbs and UVXY are my 2. Hibbs is down 7% today. Yep, I got it. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. So I'm fine. I am fine. And I already had money in them, so I'm playing with the house's money. I'm playing with the house's money in regards to both those contras, so I'm okay. But I do have stops in place. So I just wanted to put that out there, is that I'm not becoming complacent because the market's moving higher. I'm still hedging my portfolio, but if the market continues to move higher and I'm starting to take bigger losses in those contras, I do have stops in place. Thinkorswim is coming to Schwab next year, which I think is going to be kind of cool. All right, so that's what's going on in the market today. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph. On a 3-month graph, there's the bounce coming off a level of support on the VectorVest Composite. The level of support was sitting at 53.55. Nice bounce. Notice that why I'm still hedging. Notice that the 3 and the 8 on the end of day version of the market still hasn't crossed up yet. All right. I'm probably going to get out of the contras before the 3 crosses above the 8. But every time the market does that 3-8 cross, it has a tendency to move up, right? Notice each and every time. Even on the pullback here, the 3 never crossed below the 8. Still held. So I do like to use the 3 and the 8 on the VectorVest Composite as confirmation. I do like the bounce. Nice open day today. No wick at the top, so it's very strong. It's a strong move today. Ravi says 1-year market timing looks bearish. So remember, I still think that based upon what's going on with inflation and interest rates, that overall, Ravi's right. Look at that. I'm having a hard time breaking above a level of resistance on the market as a whole of 57.17 beautiful levels of resistance. That's going to show if the market really has legs to the upside. But Ravi's right. If I look at a 1-year view of the graph based upon what's going on in the market, yeah, I'm still down, 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 doomby dooby down. Whoa, 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 whoa. But the most recent information, though, out of this 1-year downtrend, we've broken above. We've broken above. So we'll keep our eyes on it. All right, we'll keep our eyes on the market. But I think the bigger overarching news, excuse me, especially going into next year, is going to be the inflation story and the interest rate story. The Fed is still going to be hawkish going into next year. He said so. All right, he said so. So let's talk about what's some news that's moving the market. Let's talk about some economic news. All right, economy week ahead, U.S. housing spending. This story came out, but this is going on into the week. What's today? Wednesday. The National Association of Realtors report how many existing it's down. All right, 9th straight month, and actually with today's story report, 10 straight months down of decline. Nothing. Thursday is the labor. December 17th, initial claims, a proxy for layoffs, declined last week to the lowest level since September. The labor market still is strong, all right? And that's a big thorn in the side for the Fed in looking at the raising of the interest rates. And on Friday, the Commerce Department releases figures on household spending. How many people is still spending money? And this is going to be an interesting report based upon from an inflationary standpoint. Are people still spending money? All right. Personal spending, which includes goods and services, rose 0.8% in October. Income rose 0.7% in October from September. Personal consumption expenditures, price index, the Federal Reserve's, blah, 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 blah. People are still spending money. So we all sit back and we say that inflation is hurting us, but people are still spending money. How does that happen? People are still spending money. So are we in the hurt locker that we think we are? I don't think we're hurting enough if people are still spending money. All right. Next one. The White House looks at benefits to lure Americans back into the workforce. Now, this is interesting. 11.4 million jobs out there, more jobs than people looking. And the White House is looking to bring people back because of the benefits. You know, I saw a story, and I wish I couldn't find it again, that still more people who have the benefits, unemployment benefits, even now, are still making more than what they were as a job. I don't understand that if the benefits packages were pulled back since COVID. I can understand that while COVID was going on. But the COVID packages are not still in play, and the story still says that people are making more money on unemployment than they were at a regular job, which baffles me. I needed to find the story so I could look further into it. But even through everything I was looking through, I couldn't find the story again. Don't quit the day job. I'm not quitting my day job. Every day I read of another company announcing layoffs. Aha! So that's going to be huge going into the next year. Earnings. Why are people laying off is because the rising interest rates are affecting people's bottom lines. All right? Everybody understand that? Type of 1 if you understand that. The rising interest rates makes it tougher for people to borrow money. And borrowing money is a general way of doing business. You got to borrow money for research and development. You borrow money to pay people more to grow your business. If you're making it tougher for people to grow their business by way of borrowing money, what else are they going to do? They're going to lay off people. This is not anything that you guys should be surprised about. I've been talking about that for the past few months, that layoffs were going to be something that was going to come into later this year and into definitely pick up next year. Why is that going to happen? Because for the people who are not doing it, they're going to feel the effects of pullback in making money. It's going to affect earnings. Earnings is the engine that drives a market higher. And coming into next year, we're going to see earnings, we're going to start to see more companies miss. All right, because of the rising interest rates, you're going to see more companies miss, and that's going to put us in a bona fide bear market. So talking about people going back to work, how about this? Home sales tumbled more than 7% in November, the 10th straight month of declines. People ain't buying. So if people are not buying, you know who else this is hurting? With new mortgages down 47%, U.S. lenders are starting to go bankrupt. Woof. That's a scary story. That's a scary story, knowing that the lenders, if they can't lend the money, they can't do the business because of rising interest rates. That market is going to be affected in a bad way, especially if some of these companies start to go out of business. Could this one factor trigger the worst surge in failures since 2008? I'm not going to read the story. All right. So what else is what other stock? And I did a story on it. I did a video on it. See how many of you watched the video. What's a big stock that's going down to the 52-week lows that everybody's talking about? Type the symbol in the room. What is the stock that's going down and it's down to 52-week lows, 1 year low? Big stock that everybody's talking about. Type it in the room. There you go. It's Tesla. So how many of you watched the video that I put out on Tesla? Type a 1 in the room. How many of you watched the video that I put out on the YouTube channel on Tesla? Type a 1 in the room, because it was entitled "Tesla is Toast." That Tesla is toast. But I laid out a good story for you, so you guys can make out your own. You can make your own decision on the stock. You can make your own decision on the stock. That's my job, is to bring you the news, not to pump or dump any stock. All right, so. Layoffs are coming. Absolutely, Charles. Whether it's with Tesla, whether it's with Apple, whether it's with whoever, layoffs are coming. So when I looked at the Tesla story, I wanted to see where the big money's minds were. So I've got a website. Robert, was it you that gave me this, the stockiluminati.com? Robert, was that you? It was somebody from the Jockey Club that gave. I thought it was you. But I find this is a very useful site to see where big money is moving on a company. Is STWD, or DRV? I'm going to look at some of your stocks today. So when I looked up and typed in Tesla, I can see where the institutional ownership is. The institute count right now on Tesla is 4,663. The previous quarter was 4,668. It went down by 5 institutions. Now, the thing, or the reason why this is important, one of the questions that I've asked over and over again is, how loyal were the Tesla investors going to be? All right, how loyal they were going to be, and was there going to be a mass exodus of the stock? If you want to get more information about the insight that I did on Tesla, make sure you go watch the video that's on our YouTube channel. Joey, if you can, put that link up there for them. All right, it was just recently done, but it's a video that really dives down into Tesla as a company, the good news behind it, the bad news behind it, and most of all, and the most important thing is the analysis behind it. All right. So I look at things like in the current quarter, picked up 180 new institutions, but look at this, 709 were out. So big money may be a lot more bearish on Tesla than not. Average down 3,500, averaged up 82. These are institutions. How many added shares? 1,963. How many reduced shares? So interesting as you look at the institutions backing out, but more shares were added than reduced. All right, current quarter, new puts, 12. New calls. People, again, institutions are more bearish on the stock. Deleted puts, current quarter, increased puts. So new puts, increased calls. Institutions are becoming more and more bearish overall on the company. This is why I laid out the story for you guys to make up your own minds. All right, so that's the Tesla story. How about this? Oil. How many of you are still trading oil? All right, how many of you are still trading oil? I've got a buy stop order on WTI that has not hit yet. All right, I'm going to get back into oil, and you're going to understand why with this next story. But how many of you are still trading oil? Type a 1 in the room. All right, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about oil right here. With all the oil that the government sold, They made $4 billion. They made $4 billion on that money, on that oil they sold. So no matter what, I still don't think that they should have taken from our strategic oil reserves. All right, number one. Number two, I think that we've got more than enough oil in our country to drill for our own oil. So what we did is we flooded the market with oil over like 180 million barrels to keep the price of oil low. Fine. But even at that, the government, our government was still selling our reserves at a higher price than even at market. I think they were selling it at $92 a barrel, and currently the market's at 76. They made $4 billion on oil. So why is this important now as a play? Because they're going to need to buy the oil back, which is going to increase demand. It's going to happen. Now, from a business perspective, they're going to buy it back at a lower price. They were looking at targeting a price of $70. It's not there yet. But I think once it gets there, bingo, they're going to start buying it at that lower price to replace the reserves that we sold. That's going to increase demand, number one. Number two, I just did about oil about to explode. That was another video I just did. Number two, if China starts to open back up again after the zero COVID policy, they are the biggest importer of oil. Now, I just saw that Russia was opening up oil pipeline straight to China, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? I think that Russia's not going to supply all of the oil that they need, and they're going to start importing oil, and they're going to have to start to buy it at the higher price. Even if they get whatever oil they can get from Russia at a lower price, Russia's not going to be able to supply all of it. So they're going to still need to import it, which is going to increase the price in oil as well. Yes, but they'll pay $10 billion to replace it. I don't think so, Roger. If they're going to be buying it back at a lower dollar, probably somewhere in the $70 range, I don't think they're going to be paying $10 billion to replace it. I don't think so. The math doesn't make sense at that point, Roger. All right. Luke says, Moderna has been a gold mine for me. We're going to take a look at Moderna. We are going to take a look at Moderna. I think the cancer news is really what's pushing it higher. All right, something else that we've still got going on, especially if you're not a subscriber to our software, is the 28-day portfolio challenge. It's already running. We've still got 22 days left, so it's been running for the last 6 days. It's free. Go to www.vectorvest.com/28, and we will take you through how to rebuild your portfolio, getting the bad stocks removed from your portfolio, know which are the best stocks to buy, know when to buy them, market timing. Folks, it's a free 28-day challenge, and we are on YouTube taking you through the steps to be able to do that. All right. So I'm putting that out there, www.vectorvest.com/28. So that's all the news that I have for you. Let's get into the software. Go to the viewers tab. Let's go start off with the market news. All right, let's go look at all of the indices. All of the indices are up today. You got to love today is a beautiful day. You know, I don't even have to use my AK. Today is a good day. All right, so I'm just putting that out there. I don't know how many of you got that reference, but if you did, hopefully that put a smile on your face. But a nice update in the market, no matter what market index you look at, whether it's the Dow, the S&P, the Qs, or the NASDAQ, or the VectorVest Composite, a beautiful update. But always remember, one day does not make a trend. You take it as the market gives it to you. But again, as I mentioned earlier, I am still leveraging and hedging my portfolio because anything can happen, especially because let's go add something here. Let's go add in the VIX, which is the volatility on the S&P 500. The VIX is still above the value of 20, falling today, which means that people are still less fearful. This is more of a greed day. All right, this is more of a greed day. People are less fearful in the market, driving the market higher, but the VIX is still above the value of 20, which means that we still have a heightened level of volatility in the market. Look at that ice cube. You do. I didn't know how many of you got that. I just put that out there. I don't know how many of you got that reference, but I can see a couple of you did. All right, fastest moving industries. Let's go see what's the fastest moving industries right now. Let's go to Delta Searches Industries. my search that I've built for you to see the delta or the percentage change of relative timing over the last 10 days, what it was 10 days ago and what it is now. And what I'm looking for is something like this: machinery, material handling. It had a change in relative timing of 4% 10 days ago, but over the last 10 days, it's gone up 18%. So let's go see what stocks are in here. Let's go see what stocks are in here. I'm going to bring up, it's only 4 stocks in here. See what stocks I like. So again, 10 days ago, the change in relative timing, or the short-term price trend of the stock, was up about 4%. Over the last 2 trading weeks, it's up 18%. That means these stocks within those industries are on the rise. Let's go see if there's any stocks in here that we like. Put this on a 1-month graph. Ooh, I like CMCO coming off a level of support. The 3 and the 8 haven't crossed yet. The stock is in oversold territory. I'm going to write that down and put that in the list. This, if the market's moving higher, this could be a stock that's moving higher in an industry that's moving higher. Good afternoon, Maria. Maria says was weeding out her garden, her portfolio. Way to go. I love that. I love that when we can do that. All right. So I'm going to put that on the list. LIN, I'm not seeing the 3 moving up towards the 8 as much as it is here. So I'm not going to put this on the list. That doesn't trade enough. And that's a down day on an up day. So I'm going to take this CMCO, right-click on it, add it to the watch list, and let's go put that into fastest moving industries. All right? Let's go see if we can find any other stocks that are on the run. Let's go see what industries are moving higher over the last 10 days. Let's run this again. For some reason, I'm not getting all the data I want. There we go. Here is another one. Bank Foreign. 3.5% change in relative timing 10 days ago. And over the current last 10 days, it's up 9.32%. Let's go check that out. Let's go see the top 5 banks in here. All right, I'm going to bring up the top 5. Let's bring up the top 5. Wow, all of these banks are up today. Let's see which ones look good going into the next month or so. Wow, BBAR. Loving the rise. The 3 and the 8 broke through 2 levels of resistance. New high on today. This is a 1-month graph on rising volume. I'm going to take BBAR. I like NWG except for it's stopping at a solid level of resistance even with today's candle. So I'm going to back up on that one. I do like SHG. I gapped up yesterday, gapped up a little bit today, a little bit of an open bar. Not in overbought or oversold territory. I will take SHG. Ooh, CIHKY is right at resistance, solid level. I'd like the 3.8, and I love the 3.8 over the last month. It's been solid, but sitting in a channel. If it was above this level of resistance today, I would have taken it, but I'm not going to take it. What else? I do like KBCSY. Nicely moving up. New high today. So there's 3 stocks in here I liked. I like BBAR. What was the other one? What was the third one? Was it not SHG? Anybody? What was the third one? I think it was SHG. Anybody? Just talk to Miss Mc. She's missing these sessions. We miss her too. Was SHG the third stock? Yes. It was Chick. All right, Ravi, it was Chick. All right, right click, add that to my watch list. Put that into the fastest moving industries. Let's do one more. Let's see if we can get a good list. Now, the problem is next week, I won't be here. Yeah. You know why? Because I'm going on vacation. I won't be back until next Thursday. So next Wednesday, we won't be here. But the following Wednesday, we'll see how these worked out. All right. Nisha, I got you on that. We'll take a look at that. Nope. Let me see. How many stocks do I have in there? Do I have at least? I got 4. We'll leave that. All right, we'll leave that alone. So out of the fastest industries, we found a couple of stocks to keep our eyes on going into next week. Do I want to do customer picks now? No. I'm going to do my picks for this week. I did not make any new. Oh, that's customer picks. Where's my picks for this week? Here's my picks for this week. Nike, I like. Why? Earnings. All right. So I got Cintas. This was an earnings play. Tesla. I am still, believe it or not, I am still more bullish on Tesla than I'm not. Why? I know it's hitting new 52-week lows. Elon Musk said he was going to step away from the CEO of Twitter as soon as he can find someone foolish enough to take the job, which I think is funny. Hey, if you guys want me to be the CEO of Twitter, type a 1 in the room. See if I can put in my resume. If you guys wouldn't mind seeing me being the CEO of Twitter, type, do you think I'm foolish enough to take that? Joey, if I go to Twitter, you coming with me?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. That'd be interesting. I would be like, Roger, you're banned. Charles doesn't want me, so you're already banned, Charles. I'm not even there yet. You're already banned. Maria, I couldn't ban you. Actually, Roger, I couldn't ban you. Floria, you're new, so I couldn't ban you. Roger, yeah, I would ban you in a heartbeat. Lee, you talk a little bit. I wouldn't ban you. We'll miss you here on VV Nation, says Charles. I don't know. Would I be foolish enough to take that job? Roger says he already applied. Twitter banned me, so go ahead, says Roger. Gotcha. All right. So FedEx was another earnings play. I'm bullish on oil right now. Again, I think that the couple of reasons why I laid out about oil, I think oil could be getting ready to take off. And Micron, I think, was another earnings play. So these are my picks this week. Let's graph them all real quick. These are my picks going. Look at that. Cintas. Did the earnings come out yet? Let's go to a 1 month. Let's go to a 3 month. Where's earnings? Earnings came out today. Nice move. Enough to push the 3 back above the 8 after it bounced off support. Broke through another level of resistance right here. I like the move. I like the graph over the last year as well. Let's go to the next graph. Wow, Nike. The news was good. The earnings was good, but I don't think it's sustainable. That's why we're looking at it. I'm not sure that this is sustainable. A big gap because of earnings, but look at the give back. I don't think that this is going to be a sustainable move on earnings. Tesla, and again, 52-week low. The stock is just moving down. I think that Elon Musk is realizing that he's got to put more of his time into the stock that made him who he is. All right. The company's a good, solid company that makes money. They are the big boys in the EV space. He's an innovator, and I think that he needs to take his talents back to Tesla. All right. So I'm still bullish on Tesla right now. We'll see. FedEx, this was an earnings play. Looks like they might have beat, but look at that give back. Be careful with FedEx. Not enough gumption, not enough open candle. I do like the buying pressure with the big wick at the bottom of the candle, but I'm not sure right now that it's got follow through. Short Nike, you won't regret it. Charles, I'm sort of kind of with you. I'm not a fan of taking the Nike trade based on earnings. All right, I'm just not seeing it. Boyle is another one. You know something? As much as I like natural gas, boil and cold are just too volatile even for me. I mind you, it's just too volatile for me. You better time it. If you time it right, though, you can make a lot of money. Robert says, guess you can sing at Twitter. I can sing at VectorVest. You heard me just sing. I was singing. It was cold outside. I said, it's cold outside. And I was singing, they won't let you sing, says Ramon. Listen, do they not know who I am? All I got to do is tell them, excuse me. My name is Glenn Edward Tompkins Jr. Oh, Mr. Tompkins, you can sing wherever you want. That's right. That's what I say to Joey. Joey be like, Glenn, you need to do this. I'll be like, do you know who I am? And then he says, you're right, Glenn. And he backs up. Yeah, he backs up. So all you got to do is drop my name. Is that song from my girl? No, I didn't sing. No. All right. Dr. Tompkins, I'm not. Hey, Dave, good to see you here, buddy. Waiting on your DJ video. I put out pictures. My phone wasn't taking videos. And I found out what I needed to do. I just needed to turn it off and turn it back on. It's not taking video, but I did put up some pictures of my DJ setup of my DJ setup on YouTube. I just joined Twitter. Thought I never would have. So Salt Shaker, you wait till I become CEO. USO, like the move, broke through a level of resistance. Open candle. I'd like to see more volume on it, but I think it's setting up right now. Micron earnings play. Stock's been in a downtrend from this high. Be careful with it. Earnings might have been good. It's an open candle, but the 3 and the 8 are not confirming the move. So those are my picks going into the wick. And I decided to start to do something. I created a market hit list. A market hit list of a lot of stocks that are talked about out there. There's news on a lot of these stocks. I created a search within the VectorVest software to show me stocks that were being bought up a lot. Let me show you the search. What is it? Most bought stocks in the last 5 days. If you're a VectorVest subscriber, I created this search to find me some of the stocks that were just being gobbled up. All right. From that perspective, these are stocks that are probably hitting on people's radars. So I created this search. And I put some of those stocks into this list. But other stocks like Delta offering, what are they going to do? They're going to offer free Wi-Fi. Google ARK Invest is buying up more of it. All right. Netflix is in here about their ad revenue, whether it's working or not. So those are 3 stocks that I found that were news heavy, and the rest of the stocks that are in here are stocks that are just being bought up. I will take a look at Crocs for you as well. So this is just something that I'm going to do on a weekly basis. Some of the most talked about stocks, if we graph these out real quick, put this on a 1-month graph. I like Aveo. I don't like the volume, though. I don't like the way it's trading. I do like the move, but I'd rather have you in a stock that's got a little bit more volume to it. Delta Airlines, the news with free Wi-Fi. Let's go see if it's got enough to push that stock's price higher. Google, I'd like to see the 3-8 end of day start to cross up. Wow, ETNB, I don't know much about this stock, but it's being bought up. That's why it came up in this list. I love the move on it. I don't know a lot about the news on it, but the stock is definitely moving. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. The stock is F. So, again, how many of you now just found out that this is a new stock in your list that you didn't know about? Type of 1 in the room. All right. Do I have? No, that's not stock time. I don't do the dividend stocks here. I think it's on Mondays. All right. So that's the cool thing about the different streams. I've got different themes to different streams. I've got different, see, again, something like this, ETNB, something I brought new to the table for you guys to at least keep your eyes on. Not a lot. I know it's being bought because I created that search so that they're being bought, but a lot of people may not know about it. And that's why I'm bringing these to the table. Same thing with Altimmune. That's a drug company I think a lot of people know about. I don't think that was an earnings play. But some news happened to push the stock's price high. A lot of people are buying it. The 3 and the 8 crossed, broke through a level of resistance, something to keep on your radar. AFYA pulling back. It might be getting bought up, but I'm not feeling it right now as it's starting to pull up a little bit of a shooting star pattern with some follow through. The 3 and 8 haven't crossed bearish, but I'm a little bit more bearish on that one. Here's another one, Netflix. The ad stuff, is that enough to push the stock's price higher? The stock is gapping up today. Open candle, very little wick at the top. I like the 3-8. We'll keep our eyes on that. Wow, HROW, another drug company, beautiful open bar, no wick at the top, good volume. Again, another stock that I bring to the table for you. Another stock that I can bring to the table for you that's being bought up that you may not know about. Same thing with DLO, D Local Limited, software business. Nice open candle. I'd like to see it take out the previous day's high. A little bit of a selling here with this wick, but no follow through. Keep your eyes on this stock as well. AVO, nope. It may be getting bought up, but I'm not feeling it. It's bearish for the last 2 days. All right, so hopefully you found a couple of good candidates in here to take a look at. Jack Ryan opens today on Prime. Is the whole season coming out in one shot, Lee, or do you have to watch it every time it comes out? All right. I watched the first 2 seasons. I'm a big Jack Ryan fan anyway. Wasn't that A Hunt for Red October was a Jack Ryan one too? Was that not Lee? I'm a big fan of Jack Ryan. So the whole season comes out. We're going on vacation. I'm finna watch that. Ooh wee! I'm finna watch that, baby. You know what I'm saying? Baby. All right. So let's go get your customer picks. I got a few in here that I took down for you. I am gonna binge watch it. All right, STWD, mRNA, DRV, Boyle, NXST, Crocs. How many stocks is that? How many more stocks do I need from you? I'm only gonna look at about 10, so I need 4 more stocks. Give me 4 more of your stocks. 4 more. 4 more. Going once. Thank you, Glenn. You're so awesome. Thank you, Ravi. I appreciate it. Come on. Where's them stocks? If I don't get them in 3, 2, HN, I was about to shut it down. That's 1. TUSK, that's 2. SGML, that's 3. And DRV is already up there. EMPH, that's 4. CPRX, I still own. Nicely moving up today. All right, there we go. A lot of y'all looking for CPRX. I talked to y'all about CPRX on one of these live streams. I still own it. Nice moving up. It's a drug company. So how many of you heard about CPRX through me? Type of 1. All right, so I'm about to pat myself on the back. All right, maybe. How many of you heard about CPRX through me? Type of 1 in the room. This is stocks. I'm telling you, this is why I bring stocks to the table for you guys to pay attention to. Not every one of them works. All right, I'll own that too. Not every one of them works, but it's good to see when a stock that I talked about a while ago still making money for you in the room. Type of 1 in the room, I guess. Lou typed a 1 in the room. It wasn't a top. It was close to a top VST stock. Or is it? Let's go see. Let's go to stock viewer. I know SMCI is the number 1 stock. CPRX right now is the number 1 stock. All right, but I did talk about it too. I also heard about MJNA. MJNA was a good stock. You know something? That was a once in a lifetime stock. I made like 1,300% on MJNA. That was one of those once in a lifetime stocks. I made 1,300% on MJNA and was like, wow, that was awesome. All right, let me go back to the customer picks. I'm still in XROF, actually. I'm up a little bit of money on that, too. So I'm happy about that as well. All right. First things. How many of these stocks are undervalued? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these are undervalued. All right. 5 out of 11 are undervalued. All right. That means more stocks than not. Well, a couple of them are ETFs as well, but more than not, you got to be careful with that. All right. How many stocks have good upside ability? Not counting the ETFs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You picked stocks that have good upside capability. How many of them are safe? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of the 5 are safe. How many of them are fundamentally sound? 1, 2, 3, 4. Have relative values and relative safeties above 1. Your 4 fundamentally sound stocks: CPRX, EMPH, NXST, and Crocs. Right? Everything else is in the more of a speculative or aggressive range. Aggressive means relative value is above 1, relative safety is below 1. Speculative, like mRNA, means both of them are below 1. Only one speculative play, and that's Moderna, but Moderna's been making money. A lot of that is news-driven. How many of your stocks are in an uptrend? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the 11 are in uptrends. ENPH, Crocs, mRNA, HMNG, that's an energy stock, and of course CPRX. How many of them are buy recommendations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 6 are buy recommendations. How many of them have positive earnings? Today I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna see how good stock pickers you are. How many of them have positive earnings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of them have positive earnings only one has negative earnings growth, and that's mRNA. So you might be making bank on mRNA, but understand that it is a speculative play. It is a speculative play, but I'm not telling you not to get it. All right, let's graph all of these real quick. Put these on the 1 month graph. NXST. Let me move this back over. Relative value, relative safety, both above 1. This wasn't an earnings play. I do like the bounce off support. Like to see the 3 cross above the 8, but I like that it is fundamentally sound. All right, it is fundamentally sound. Let's go to the next one. Wow, Crocs, also fundamentally sound. Nice 3-8 cross on the big gap up today and broke through resistance. I like the play. I do like the play, and the stock is coming out of these levels of being oversold. This may not be a bad play at all. Let's go look at SGML, lithium play. I'm still on the lithium bandwagon with EVs. It fell, found a level of support. I like the open candle, very little wick at the top, the 3 converging. If I'm not in it yet, I'd like to wait end of day for the 3 to cross above the 8. I'd like to see that. All right, next one is Moderna. Again, the more speculative play, but moving up. Bounced off support, even on the pullback. Notice how the 3 and the 8 never crossed. Kept you in it. Bounced above support, bounced at support, moving up. I like the play. I think from a technician's perspective, I don't think you could be wrong. I think your good final point of egress is at this level of 186.87. Next one, ENPH, not an earnings play. Big wick at the bottom, a lot of buying pressure. I'd really like the 3 to cross above the 8. You know, if you look over the last month, it's really consolidating. Would love to see if the stock's 3 could grow above the 8 end of day. But I do like the buying pressure with the big wick at the bottom of the candle. HNRG, nicely moving off this level of support. The 3 and the 8 crossed here, staying above, moving higher. It's begrudgingly moving higher, but I think that with oil about to take off, this might take off as well. I like it from right now. STWD, real estate development, bounced off support, open candle. Would like to see the 3 cross above the 8. All right. Wow. Tusk, petroleum play. Look at that. Beautiful. Inexpensive petroleum play. 3 and the 8 cross back here. Moving up. Actually, if I were to play this now, if you're already in it, I'd wait for the stock to fall below the 3 rather than to wait for the 3 and the 8 to cross, because the 3 is so far away from the 8. The 3 is so far away from the 8. All right, let's go to the next one. CPRX, a little bit of consolidation over the last month, but nicely moving back up again on good volume. Leave it alone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just relax and let it go. All right, let's go to the next one. Boyle, again, natural gas is such a hard play. When it moves just like that. You put your hands upon my hips. When I dip, we dip, you dip, right? Right now, Boyle is still dipping. I'd be careful with it. When it moves, but when it doesn't, it doesn't. So just be careful with Boyle. This is one of those plays you got to be very smart with that. You really do. On DRV, with the real estate issue, I think it should be moving higher, but the 3 is still above the 8. Notice that. See how far the 3 is from the 8? Look at today's activity. It's closing below the 3. I would think about closing out of it right now. All right. Folks, that's everything I got for you today. All right. Where's my picks from last week? Let's see what they did. Those were my picks from last week. Let's go back a week to the 14th. Let's see how these worked out. AstraZeneca was news-driven, semiconductor, uranium. Let's go see how it worked. Let's quick test them. Good, googly. Well, we were down, but we weren't down as much as the market. The market was down 3.25%. We were down about 1 8/10. 2 stocks did go up. All the stocks that went against us weren't terribly bad against us, and we did outperform the S&P 500, even though we were down for the week. I think that's all I got. Put me on my last screen. So first off, did we have a little bit of fun today? We didn't get anywhere close to 300 people today. Sigh, that makes me sad. But we got 56 likes. Let's see if we can get up to 100 likes before we leave. All right, let's see. If you appreciate the content, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so that you'll be alerted to when new live streams or new videos come out. All right, so hit the like button. Folks, we try very hard to provide you with information, not just hype. A lot of people on YouTube will hype a stock, push a stock up, da da da. I don't want to do that. I don't care what stock it is. I'm going to give you an honest analysis by way of the VectorVest system on any stock that we look at. All right. And I'm always going to try to find the news that's moving the market. And we're going to still continue to do this analysis. Remember, folks, we do the work, you reap the rewards. You don't have to spend hours and hours of your time. Time is a commodity. Hours and hours of your time to do the work. We will do the work for you. All right. And sometimes we're going to tell you the things that you need to hear, not always the things that you want to hear. If that's okay with you, you guys are always in the right spot for information on stocks. Couple of things. I will not be here until next Thursday. So I'll be here tomorrow for Trending Thursday. But after that, I won't be back until the following Thursday. So that means midday market update on Monday is not going to happen. Afternoon market action next Wednesday is not going to happen. I'll see you again after tomorrow. I'll see you again on Thursday. If you're not going to be here tomorrow, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. That's right. I'm not saying Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas to each and every one out there in VV Nation. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and helping us to grow the channel. That can only happen because of you. All right. Just keeping all of that in mind. I always want to thank my producer, Joey, because he does an outstanding job behind the scenes. Always. You don't see him, but I know that he does everything behind the scenes. So, Joey, I want to tell you that I love you and I thank you.
Thank you, Glenn.
You better had said something
Merry Christmas.
because I was going to fight you if you didn't. I love you, Joey. You know I love you. All right, so I will be here tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Patrick will be on at 11 o'clock on our YouTube channel. Oh, no, he will not. Patrick will not be here tomorrow. All right, but I will be here at 2 o'clock. So you guys, if I do not see some of you tomorrow, I wanted to take this time to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I didn't hear Joey say he loved you back. I know he doesn't ever say
I love you too, man. I love you too.
Love who?
You.
Who am I?
You're my.
Yeah, exactly, Joey. You're like, I love you, Joey. What do you say back to Glenn, Joey?
Love you too, Glenn.
There you go. All right, folks, have a wonderful day. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Bon dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.